What's up, guys? Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 8 Team Builder in WPL. Taking our guy, on. My good pal Domathan, whatever you want to call him. Can't read, illiterate Dom. There's many nicknames for him. Unfortunately, those ones were just pure insults, and they had a lot of friendly vibes to them, but they were definitely malicious in intent. Because I'm trying to beat Dom this week. So for this week only, he is not our friend until we beat him. Yeah, let's look through his team real quickly here. He's got the Thunderous Incarnate Z-User, Hydreigon Z-User, Uxie Super Z-User, Slurpuff, Gourgeist, Cryogonal, Mega Mawile, Rotom Wash, Mamoswine, Buzzwole, Licky Licky. Priority-wise, he's got the Gourgeist with Shadow Sneak, Cryogonal with Ice Shard, Mega Mawile with Sucker Punch, and Mamoswine with Ice Shard. Excuse me. Whew. Hazard setting, he's got the Uxie with Stealth Rocks, Slurpuff with Sticky Web, Mawile with Stealth Rocks, and Mamoswine with Stealth Rocks. Removal options, he's got the Thunderous with Defog, Hydreigon with Defog, Cryogonal with Rapid Spin and Defog, and the Rotom with Defog. Excuse me, 4 times weaknesses being Hydreigon to Fairy and Buzzwole to Flying. We've covered both of those. In terms of what I think is coming, realistically, a lot of stuff could come. I think at the bottom of my list of things coming is the Licky Licky. And maybe the Gourgeist, maybe? It's pretty weak to Mimikyu, and his team already is really weak to Mimikyu, so I'm sort of sketched out about that. Maybe comes, maybe doesn't come, who knows. One thing I'd be really happy to not see come is the Mega Mawile and or the Mamoswine. I'd definitely be a little bit more excited to not see the Mamoswine than the Mega Mawile, but both work really. Buzzwole I've prepped for. Not entirely sure it comes, not entirely sure it doesn't come at this point. I've got a very physically biased team, so I think it's more than likely that it comes, and maybe Cryogonal doesn't instead. So we'll sort of see about that. Slurpuff, I'm not perceiving as a huge threat to the team, although it could be potentially. Hydra could definitely be a threat to the team. I've got one set in mind that I think he's going to run, but he could bring 2 reliable options against me. Thundy I think is coming for sure, and I think for sure it's going to have Thunder Wave to slow down my Mega Beedrill. It's definitely going to have HP Ice Steel with Garchomp, which would otherwise soak the electric hits. And then from there, honestly, Thundy I can potentially run Train with like Nasty Plot, Thunderbolt. Oh, excuse me. So I've got a lot of spice this week. It's a lot of spice, and I put a lot of work into the EV spreads and the movesets. So I really hope it works out, but this is sort of the plan, and if I change something before the game, I'm okay with that as well. But first up is Mega Beedrill. U-turn, Poison Jab, Aerial Ace, Drill Run. Aerial Ace is there for the Buzzwole. It's the only thing that's there for. It's the only time I'll ever click Aerial Ace. Although I may or may not click Aerial Ace against the Gourgeist, depending on how low it is. U-turn, I basically just get to pivot for free against a lot of his team. Mega Beedrill just, yeah, it kind of sits on a lot of stuff that's, weaker than it. Cryogonal can't really do much to me unless he's like Scarf Cryogonal, and then that's really good information because it means that he's likely not Scarf Hydra as well. It's my best way to kill the Slurpuff. It's a decent way of just breaking a lot of stuff. It's a really good way to break the Hydreigon with U-turn if need be. And I've got the Drill Run there specifically for Mega Mawile. That's the only reason. Otherwise, he's got 4 Levitators. 4. It's the only Mon weak to ground on his team. Earthquake is literally garbage against him, but I'm bringing it anyways on Garchomp, which we'll get to in a second. Enough speed on Mega Beedrill to outrun Thunderous Incarnate. So that's sort of the idea there. Max attack, and then quite a lot of HP. I could have gone in a different route with this, but I really just want to get max damage output. And Beedrill's defenses kind of suck anyways, so there's no point in adjusting those. I've been really lazy lately, with my EV spreads since my match against Storm. And I'm going hard in the paint with my EV spreads, as we'll see with the Zapdos here. So Zapdos is a very basic set with Defog, Roost, Discharge, and Toxic, but I've split the EVs in a way that is the most beneficial to tank special hits from the Thunderous Incarnate and the Hydreigon. So Zapdos is kind of a dedicated special wall to an extent. It can definitely chew hits from mons like Rotom as well, and just get paralyzing I don't know, if Slurpuff really wants to set up on me, getting the Discharge Power off would be amazing. It would just essentially cripple Unburden from being a thing, and then if it swaps out and swaps back in, it's entirely useless. Defog is there just in case he wants to actually bring webs against me. I'm not super concerned about webs, but people have been bringing webs against me, and so therefore I'm concerned. Toxic is there to chip things that I can't hit, i.e. the Mamoswine. Excuse me. I could burn the Mamoswine, but getting a Toxic on it and just chipping it a little bit is pretty much all I need anyways. Enough speed on here for Hydreigon, and then I split the HP and the defense in Spadef in such a way that it's the best possible EV spread for me, I believe. See, in my mind, because the HP and Spadef stats, base stats, are exactly the same, it's more beneficial to split them in half, and so I've sort of gone that way. It may or may not be completely optimized. I went all out with my optimization for Primarina, and I was tired after that, so I didn't go fully into the rabbit hole there. Garchomp's next with Dragon Fang set with HP Flying, Earthquake, Sub, Dragon Claw. I thought about running a Life Orb set this week, but I didn't want to chip myself for Mega Mawile Sucker Punch, and I'm already chipping myself enough with Sub, so yeah. And then I figured if I'm behind a Sub anyways, Life Orb's just going to kill me faster, so there's no real point in doing that when I can just run Dragon Fang. I've got Dragon Fang, Dragon Claw, so obviously he does have the double fairy, but all of his levitators don't really want to eat Dragon Claw, especially if I'm behind a Sub. It forces a lot of mons to do a lot of stuff there. So I actually think that I can likely sub up on Mega Mawile depending on his set. It's not a good chance. It's not a good chance for him that he lives my Earthquake, even if he's max HP. There is still a chance for me to kill him with Earthquake outright, even if he's max HP. So I don't necessarily think he's going to risk that. It sort of depends on his set. I have a really good chance to kill him after Rocks Chip, so maybe I'll get Rocks up. And actually I just realized I don't have Rocks on any of my sets anymore. So I was HP Flying initially. I'm actually going to take off HP Flying for Rocks because I need Rocks. I think I need Rocks. Rocks are really important chip actually. So I do think I need Rocks. HP Flying was there for the Buzzwole, man. But I've got Primarina anyways. And I've got Zapdos. It's such a problem. I guess I'm going with Rocks. I completely forgot to rework the Registeel set, so I reworked the Registeel. I kind of spoiled it for you guys as well, but man, that's so annoying. That's actually kind of annoying. Oh well. Oh well, I guess. Yeah, we're jolly. Enough speed for Hydreigon, max attack, a little bit of HP, and it sucks that I had to replace HP Flying on there because I'm fairly confident I would have two-shot the Buzzwole with it, but you know, what can you do really? Just get up Rocks, I guess, at some point. Man, that sucks. That really sucks. I would much rather have SD on this set now, but Sub seems so useful too. So, oh well. Next up's from Marina, Scald, Moonblast, Toxic, and Charm. Of all moves, I'm running Charm. So the idea behind this is that if he brings in a physical attacker on me, I can Charm it. I'm running some speed investment. I'm running enough speed to outrun No Speed Mamo, which I should have made note of. Whoa. Don't want to replace that. Prim outspeeds No Speed Mamo. So I specifically ran enough speed for that. I'm running Timid just so I had to waste less EVs on it. I've optimized the HP and the defense. So even though it's max defense, this is actually optimized to take the least possible damage from Mamoswine Earthquake, Life Orb, Adamant, Mamoswine Earthquake, which is... where did I put it? I went through a lot of rolls here, so that's against Primarina. So my spread, I am taking a little bit over 70% as a min roll from Life Orb, Adamant, Mamoswine Earthquake, which is pretty shit. But if you think about it, I can Scald it, and that's kind of the whole idea. My special attack investment is also optimized to be able to. It's 75% chance, I believe, to OHKO 0 HP Mamoswine with Scald. Realistically, I'm trying for the burn chance. I realize that speed creeping 0 speed Mamoswine and then trying to Scald burn trying to kill a no HP Mamoswine are contradictory. He's either going to run speed investment on the Mamoswine with HP, or he's going to run no speed with max HP, or he's going to run max speed with no HP. And so my Scald rolls don't really work at all with that, but this is fine, because if I can get this in against Buzzwole, for example, I'm outspeeding 0-speed Buzzwole as well, of course. You know, depending on his speed investment and if he's got Poison Jam or not, I'm not entirely sure what he would speed creep with Buzzwole. To me, I don't think he speed creeps anything. Anything slower than Buzzwole on my team isn't running speed anyways. We're talking Dugong, we're talking Beware, we're talking Primarina, we're talking Registeel, and we're talking Reuniclus, none of which are going to run speed, so I feel like he wouldn't bother running speed with Buzzwole. I don't know. Maybe he might, but if I can outspeed it and kill it with Moonblast, that's great. I am definitely outspeeding Mega Mawile. It really depends on his investment. I'm 1 point away from speed tying max speed Adamant Mawile, which makes, again, 0 sense, because Registeel is what he would be speed tying with at that range. It really makes no sense at all for him to run speed on Mega Mawile either. I do think he'll be like a max HP variant, which I'm not killing, but I might be able to Charm, and that's the thing that I'm running Charm for. So Charm actually lowers the attack by 2 stages, so if I can Charm, either force the Mega Mawile switch, which is great, or the Mega Mawile's in, and I can Scald Burn it the next turn, which entirely cripples it. So there's a lot going well for me with Charm as the tech here. I didn't really feel like I needed another move. This investment's enough for Moonblast to blow through Hydreigon. I mean, 0 investment Moonblast blows through Hydreigon anyways. I've got Toxic for mons like Uxie and Cryogonal, which would otherwise switch into me. Toxic's there for the Thundy, but Thundy doesn't have recovery, so I can just hit it. Toxic for the Slurpuff, because I would definitely want to whittle that thing down. Toxic for the Rotom Wash. Toxic for the Licky Licky. I mean, realistically, Toxic just hits a lot of his team, because his Steel type is the Mega Mawile, which is what I'm trying to beat with this Primarina set. I've got Kebiaberry on here. You might be curious about that one. Kebiaberry is designed on this set to... because he doesn't have Poison type. He dropped his Salazzle for Slurpuff. But Kebiaberry on this set is designed to eat a Z Belch from the Hydreigon, which I think is his best option outside of flat out going Rotom Wash against me. And I'm not going to outspeed Hydreigon, so I'd rather be able to eat the hit and then just kill it, because Hydra is actually somewhat of a problem late game, and deal with it that way. Mimikyu's next. I'm running a Normalium Z set. I was originally Dragonium Z Garchomp with Outrage and just nuked something, but Normalium Z Mimikyu is just better. This is my patented Z Splash set. I'm taking full credit for this set because I've used it successfully for over a year now, playing Draft League with Mimikyu, and it's all over my YouTube channel. People getting absolutely dicked on by Z Splash sets. So, Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw, Player Off Splash. I mean, this is a very basic Sun and Moon level set. I don't really need Drain Punch because Player Off is going to beat the Hydra anyways, and Player Off is a better neutral hit against mons like the... Sorry, a better hit against mons like the Buzzwole, which is otherwise might be able to live a hit, which is scary. I did think about Drain Punch for like the Cryogonal and whatnot. I just really feel like I need Player Off for the Buzzwole. Drain Punch is also definitely helpful against the Licky and the Memo. Man, I just need the extra damage output, I really do. Shadow Claw is there for basically anything else. Obviously, I'm not really hitting the Mega Mawile that hard. It's got ridiculous base defense, but hopefully I can deal with it somehow. And then Shadow Sneak can pick off the mons that are faster than me, i.e. Cryogonal, i.e. Thundurus Incarnate. I'm not outspeeding Gourgeist Small, so Gourgeist Small I'd want to Shadow Sneak as well. I'm outspeeding Rotom Wash, so basically anything faster than that. You know, if he is really fast Uxie, maybe I need to Shadow Sneak it. That'd be wild and wacky if he brought really fast Uxie to like Speed Tide Drapion. That'd be like super weird, and I definitely do not agree with that if he does, but there you go. Yeah, good thing about Mimikyu and Disguise is that I can set up a Z-Splash on anything, like literally anything. His phasing doesn't exist. I'm fairly confident he actually has 0 mons that get phasing potential, so he really can't stop my setup with Mimikyu like at all. But I have to be really careful about setting up on mons like Rotom Wash, just in case he wants to Will-O-Wisp me. I don't have a Cleric on the team at all, I believe, actually, because I dropped Lurantis, so Yeah, I don't have a cleric, and so I need to be wary of burns and whatnot. Same with Goregeist. It's much safer for me to set up on something like Uxie late game, and this is a really good cleaner against his team once I get some chip, especially with the rocks up now that I don't have those. And then last but not least is Registeel. This is a really cool set. This is a potential win con. I ended up just splitting my defense in this one, and I didn't go all out on that. I'm running a little bit of speed just from Mega Mawile speed creeping me. Idea behind this is that rollout defense curl keeps boosting it. I actually tested rest sleep talk. If I roll rollout on the sleep talk, I don't get locked into it, which is kind of okay because if I'm rolling sleep talks, I probably need to keep resting, and the chip damage will be really good against most of his team. He does have a wish passer, of course, in the Licky Licky, but that is defense curl fodder, to be honest. So I can realistically boost up on that, and then the mons that don't outright drop to a few rollouts in a row, i.e. the Mega Mawile and the Krogonal, or sorry, not the Krogonal, the Goregeist, I think, but the Mega Mawile for sure. It lives actually the base 960 version of rollout, which is 5 times in a row after Defense Curl, because Defense Curl boosts the base power. So right now it's a base 30 move, and then after Defense Curl it becomes a base 60. After 2 uses, you double that, so it's 120. 240, 480, 960 at 5 hits after Defense Curl. So really cool tech, and I hope that it works out. You know, after 1 defense curl, Memo is doing like 60. He can't one-shot me after 1 defense curl if he wants to switch it in and whatnot. And then after 2, I am comfortably living hits from most of his team. Obviously, it's ideal if I can get up as high as I can on the defense, but this would be a really cool set. So in terms of what I'm not bringing, Lycanroc Dusk, I definitely thought about bringing it just as a better answer to the Thunderous Incarnate. I'm thinking he might be Scarf Buzzwole. He might be Scarf Memo, he might be Scarf Rotom, he might be Scarf Hydra. I'm not necessarily confident he's bringing all of those, but he's definitely bringing one of them, if not relying solely on Thunderwave and Thundurus to slow down my Beedrill. Otherwise, Beedrill just outspeeds his whole team and just hits it for free all the time. What I would be worried about is his physical priority. Beedrill's physical defense is very weak. It's base 40, you can see. So it's really weak, and so I'm worried definitely about the Mega Mawile Sucker Punch and the Mamoswine Ice Shard. Those are the main priority options that I'd be worried about. I don't really give a shit about Goregeist. It doesn't really do that well against my team. Dugong is alright this game. The fact that his bulky, Dugong's really effective at trapping bulky waters and ice types. So I could definitely take on something like the Krogonal decently well, even though Freeze Dry is technically a neutral hit. It would, I guess, technically be resisted with Thick Fat. And then like 2 times instead of 8 times, or 4 times instead of 8 times or something. And then Rotom Wash, unfortunately it's part electric, so I can't really just trap it and deal with it. I could trap something like Uxie, but I figured it's better for me to just like set up on Uxie. And yeah, so that's kind of the play with Dugong. It's not coming. Reuniclus, Hydreigon threatens it too much. Excuse me. Buzzwole outspeeds it and threatens it too much. Mawile, it's literally set up fodder for Mawile. Reuniclus has a really shit matchup this week. Beware, I was considering as a Memo answer potentially. It still doesn't check the Mawile even with Fluffy, but Earthquake is a non-contact move, so it goes through Fluffy, and Fluffy's irrelevant against Mamoswine. And then Drapion is really weak to Mamoswine. Again, it's sort of in the category where it can beat down Goregeist and Uxie. I'm not sure how likely those are to come. It's an alright Hydreigon check, although it can't really do much back to Hydra besides like Ice Fang. It gets sort of items, which I guess is useful to an extent, but it's overall not the best choice here. There's another poison to deal with Slurpuff, but Mega Beedrill is better in this matchup, in my opinion. So that's the idea behind that. Yeah, so essentially that's the team, and that's the reasons why I'm not bringing stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our team builder for Dom, and I will see you guys in the match.